welcome to episode 3 of the Clueless Collective.
Woohoo!
Say hello, everybody.
Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody.
So, as always, we are your hosts. I am Ashen. We have Revan. Introduce yourself, Revan. And
I'm Revanheart.
And Dawn.
Oh, hi there. I'm Dawn.
That's right. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about this week. So let's just jump into it, really. Hello. Now you can see all our faces. It's beautiful. Yes, I know. So we have a couple of topics to talk about today. The first one being kind of an interesting one. We talked about it a lot. And that is the Play Anywhere feature that we had for Microsoft that's been announced. So they recently put out a little information thing, which was basically that any game from now on that is Microsoft published is going to be a Play Anywhere game, which is like a big deal because it means we're going to get a lot of like previously exclusive like series potentially, which is pretty cool. So what's your guys' opinions on that?
Ladies first.
Thank you, sir. Well, I think anything that enables people to play more games is essentially a good thing. But probably as the company, it's a bit of a bad move because people have previously bought a specific console to play specific games, so they're going to lose out a bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll end up making more. Who knows? But
yeah, I mean, if you're putting a product that was like an exclusive onto other platforms and other things, you're obviously going to make a lot more money, and it's going to be a good business move. For Microsoft, I think it's probably all they can do to salvage what they lost with the Xbox One and the 360, if you kind of think about it. But I know Microsoft is a strange thing.
Yeah.
I've always been PlayStation, so I'm like, the little Xbox that's gonna die its death now. But I know that's mean because there's a lot of good Xbox exclusives as well. So
yeah. It's still good for the consumer to have access to games. Like they're not going to be priced amazingly because it's Microsoft, but at least we get access to them. And that's something that is good for the industry. I think. It's good for the consumers because like. It means more games for us, We can play games that previously we would have been not able to if you only had one platform, So if you only had a console, you couldn't play a lot of PC games and vice versa. So it's good to see that they are expanding because, of course, they want Windows 10 to be the big thing.
Oh, yeah. They're trying so hard to make Windows 10 the big thing.
Yeah. They actually brought out an update very recently. So people were critiquing Microsoft for basically throwing an upgrade screen in your face and saying upgrade, and if you clicked the cross, it would upgrade you.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you clicked the cross. And the only way it wouldn't is if you checked like a tiny little box in the corner. Now they've changed it. So now it puts a full screen message in front of you saying... This is important. You have to update because this is the last chance you're going to have to get Windows 10. And it literally will interrupt anything you're doing with a full screen message. And if you don't pay attention to it and you click just one of the buttons at the bottom, even if you click remind me later, it will keep reminding you every day.
God, wasn't that woman who sued them because
That's
it erased all of her data?
Yeah.
And it automatically upgraded her, and she was like, all this stuff that I actually needed is gone.
Yes.
And then she sued.
It's true. Yeah, she won, actually. She did win. She won £7,000. Yeah. Which is quite hefty, considering the current economy. Yeah, I won't go into that yet.
Yeah, probably best.
So that's something new that's been talked about, which is always nice to know. So that's something coming up.
Interesting.
It'll be good to see where they go with that. I'm hoping we can get a lot more of the newer games that were announced at E3 to be there. Hopefully.
Mm.
Yeah, they will. I think everything for now is going to be like on Steam and stuff. So
that'll be pretty nice. So
I am very happy as a PC gamer that I can play some console games now.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It means I don't have to spend money on an inferior platform. So
It's true.
Wow.
It's true.
Ben.
It is true. Yeah, but I still do like the fact that you can have sit down on your sofa and just play a console.
Yeah,
Steam Link.
You need that sometimes.
Steam Link. What? Sorry.
Yeah, but
sorry.
I don't have the internet for it.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that is one benefit a console has. You know, they're still good to have. It's just they're not better than a PC, so it's always nice.
But
right.
PS4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. All right. So next on the list is Overwatch. So.
You guys got a massive rant now.
Yeah, this is my rant time. So, as you guys know from previous episodes, I said quite clearly that I got Overwatch because I wanted to play in the competitive scene, you know, because it was obvious it was going to have one. It was a first-person shooter that relied on skill more so than, you know, games like Team Fortress 2, which are very, like, just sandboxy, throw yourself at the enemy and see what you do. Overwatch isn't really like that. So the competitive mode dropped, as we said last week, so I've been playing that. I ranked pretty decently, so that was good. I think everyone here actually ranked in the top at least top 50%. So
Decent.
yeah, okay. So we were right in the bracket, which was good. So what ended up happening is we played some competitive matches, and you slowly started seeing how it worked, and it wasn't a good thing. So some of the bigger points that we had issue with was the fact that in competitive, it bases your ranking on your individual skill level. So there are a couple of issues with that in the sense that supports were having a harder time gaining ranks. Because if you're a Mercy, for instance, your primary job is to heal your teammates and boost the damage of your teammates. So boosting damage didn't count towards your performance, it counted towards whoever you were boosting. So that was completely wiped off of the table for basing your skill level. It was as if you didn't have that. And then the healing only really gave you skill ranking if you were actually healing damage. So if your team were doing well, you wouldn't get as much ranking as them because you weren't doing anything. According to the system.
Blizzard would be used to this because they balanced World of Warcraft and made it easier for healers to do well in PvP and stuff. So it used to be that the most damage you did in PvP, the better you did.
Yeah.
So healers would always do really badly. So they balanced it so that you get points for healing. So I thought they'd be used to this. I thought they would.
But how long did it take them to actually balance that?
It never really got balanced because then it was completely overpowered to be a healer because it was so much easier to get the ranking.
Yeah.
So everyone played a healer. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, they were trying to invent the wheel again when
yes,
they were competitive thing. So I can see why it's just all gone to. Well, it hasn't all gone to shit, but
it mostly
hasn't quite worked. Yeah, but...
yeah. They have the other thing as well. So most tournament or competitive modes for most games usually follow the same format of best of 3s or best of 5s.
Yeah.
Overwatch does best of 4s. Which leaves people being able to draw and then going to a sudden death mode. The sudden death is based on a coin flip. So if you play one round, if you play the first couple of rounds and you get decent like cap time or something, cool. If you then play like if your opponent get a better time, if they are then attacking on the sudden death, they have an innate ability to win. Because they have more time to do it.
Yeah.
So
one side is way easier than the other.
Even if you won like super hard on one round and then lost really badly on the second, you're at a disadvantage if they do okay in both. And it was kind of silly. But the fact is like on most maps, if you flip the coin and you get attack, you're basically guaranteed a win because it's extremely rare that a team won't cap the point very quickly. Because a lot of maps, you cap the first point pretty soon after you start. There are a couple of exceptions, like, you know, Temple of Anubis is quite a hard one to capture straight off, you know, because people are very aggressive in that choke point. But for the majority of maps, you know, you effectively lose straight out if you get defending. And it's a shame. I
don't get the whole first point thing, because that seems like it just takes way too short an amount of time. But I guess it is sudden death. But
the thing is that should be round 3. It should have one round where you're attacking, one round where you're defending, and then the third game is following the normal suit of things where, it averages out who did better, then it settles it on that third game, You shouldn't have a fourth game and then a sudden death. It should be game 1, game 2, sudden death, Yeah. Make it shorter, keep it to those games of threes, and it should work. But Blizzard's wanting to, as you said, reinvent the wheel is one of the main issues, I think, with
they wanted to be different, didn't they? They just wanted to really go out there and just be creative, and it hasn't worked for them right now. And I don't know if that's down to maybe because it's season 1 and people are a bit new to it, or just doing it for a laugh. But,
I think it's something that needs to be looked at, and they have said, Jeff Kaplan has said that there are fixes coming for the whole losing thing, and we'll see what they come out with, but we don't know how that's going to go.
If you lose a game, do you always go down, or could you go up based on your personal performance?
I had a 72% win rating, and I went down 2 ranks. Like because of the underdog mechanic they have, where if you're slightly lower rank as a team than your opponents, you have it's like a small amount of XP that you can get if you win. However, if you're not the underdog, so if you're on the team that is slightly higher, even if it's by a single rank, you lose so much more XP that you just can't get. And then if you lose, you're going down a rank, whether you like it or not. Like, every game I've played I've either won and gone up like half a rank, or I've lost and gone down at least enough to go into the next rank down. So it feels like I'm always going down, even though, I won. I still have a positive win rating.
I guess they are trying to make it kind of like Hearthstone, if you play competitive Hearthstone, that you're always going up and down.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely stay at the same place.
But the thing is they're not doing it based on the win or lose. The idea of the whole personal skill rating was supposed to be that if you lose a game, you could potentially rank up if you played well, and that's just not the case.
They can't really classify what playing well is.
Exactly, which is the whole problem. It's the whole problem behind the system, and I think I personally I know why they're doing it. They want to make it a unique experience. But there's a reason that every game follows the same format. It's because it's been tried, it's been tested, it works. And they're not following that. So, it's a case of, are they going to fix it? Because if they do, then that's great. If they don't, then...
They must be getting a lot of feedback from this, though. People must be pretty annoyed with this and be on their subreddit and just going crazy. Well, going crazy.
Oh yeah, there's posts in all of the subreddits based around Overwatch and competitive. They've already mentioned they're changing some things, but even
that's not what really got me. What got me is what we're probably talking about next. So yeah.
What's that? Go on.
The AFK or people leaving the match.
Oh yes.
Restriction.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, go on. You explain it.
So what happens when people leave the match is it says in 30 seconds you'll be able to leave the match without a penalty. But when that runs out, if you leave the match, it's still loss.
Yeah.
Which really annoys me. And you then have to wait, and the person doesn't come back, and the match gets quit after 30 seconds.
Yeah. So if the game is starting up and you just join a game, or even if you're in the middle of a game, if anyone leaves from your team, you can leave after, I think it's 30 seconds. They let you leave. The downside is it says without a penalty.
Yeah.
But what they mean is you won't lose extra rank. You'll just get a loss. But that still means you'll lose a rank. You just won't lose more. It's kind of...
It's like, no penalty in 30 seconds, and you're waiting. You're like, oh, fine.
But it actually is.
This match has been a total butchering because we just got pwned by the enemy team. And then you leave, and it's like, you lost the game. What? Say what now?
I had a problem when literally everyone except me and another guy just left. It was just 2 of us, Sebastian and Reinhardt, just defending against 6. And it was just ridiculous and everyone was like, oh, thanks for staying, because they just lost about nearly 2 ranks because of that, and it's not what competitive mode is for.
No,
just leave.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. But
I mean, like, obviously
change.
something comes up in real life and people are like, oh, I must quit this game. But they should have something where, like, somebody can either immediately come in or it just quits and, like, it doesn't affect anyone.
Yeah.
Because it's really annoying to lose because there literally wasn't someone there the whole game.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But we'll see. They'll fix it. It's Blizzard. They really care about this game. It would be stupid of them to not change anything. So, you know, they'll fix it. In other Overwatch news, though, we got some news just today that apparently, now this is not confirmed at all, but it's basically confirmed.
It's pretty much confirmed.
Is that we're going to be getting a new hero. So it's going to be, from what we've seen, it's a support sniper. So they're going to be a support character. They're going to be based around sniping. We don't know the mechanics yet. It's all speculation. But people are coming up with cool ideas, you know, like it could be you have to headshot your teammates, stuff like that. You know, interesting stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what that's like, because I'm looking forward to it, because I actually like snipers. I play a lot of them.
See, I like snipers and I like support. So this would be, like, perfect if it actually works. And has this been heard of before in a game, like, being a support that shoots people, like, with a sniper team?
Team Fortress has a particular weapon that the sniper can use that doesn't do headshots, and what it does is it affects your opponents with something called Girati, which basically allows your teammates to do more damage, kind of similar to a Discord orb.
Okay.
So imagine a sniper rifle that applied a Discord orb to every opponent you shot past a certain charge. That's effectively what that is.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But it's kind of similar to that. But it's an interesting concept, so we'll see how it works. You know, because obviously, again, we don't know anything about it, so we can't really go much further than that. But yeah.
Speculation is Farah's mother from what we know.
Yeah. It's supposed to be either Farah's mother or a character called Sombra, which I think is supposed to be Farah's mother.
Sombra.
But it's a weird thing because it's a Spanish name, but Farah is Egyptian, so we don't know how that works.
What's going on there?
Well, she might have met
maybe
her father's maybe Egyptian and
maybe
she's Spanish. I mean,
yeah.
Or she could be Egyptian with a Spanish name.
Genetics.
We don't know.
Who
yeah,
knows?
exactly.
Yeah.
There's so much to the Overwatch lore that we don't know. Right, on to the next category. I feel like I'm a game show host now. Which category would you like?
Roll the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be talking about the CSGO gambling drama or scandal or whatever you want to call it. Fraud.
Yeah. Drama. So much drama. Drama all over the place.
So if you guys haven't heard, there was a major thing that came up this week in YouTube and all over the internet, basically. You know, even like our national news covered it as well. So basically what's been happening is two big YouTubers, T Martin and Syndicate Project, who I'm assuming a lot of you will know of or have at least heard of. So they do a lot of CSGO videos where they go on these CSGO gambling sites and they bet skins, which are, you know, modifications to weapons in the game Counter-Strike, and they bet them against other players to try and see who's going to win. And, you know, these skins can get super valuable. Like, some skins can go for thousands of dollars each. And they bet them, and that's what they were doing. You know, it was a perfectly normal thing. Except the site that these two were using to do their videos and promote, because they were promoting gambling on their channels, which, by the way, their audiences were like age 13 and around that age. Basically what happened is we ended up with them both using this particular site to gamble on for their YouTube videos, which boosted their views as it was, because obviously people like watching CSGO gambling videos because it's a craze right now. You know, it's just the kind of thing to watch. It's all over Twitch. These two owned the site that they were using without disclosing it. Now that's actually against the law in the US to not disclose an affiliation or a partnership or a sponsorship with anything if you're doing any form of something that could be considered a promotion. So they were doing YouTube videos on this site, not explicitly saying that they owned it, and basically encouraging people to go there and bet on their site that they actually own. You know,
the worst thing was that they pretended that they'd been offered a partnership with this gambling site, and they're like, oh yeah, I got this really cool deal and they want me to promote their site, and oh yeah, I won loads of coins and stuff, and it was so fake,
when in actual fact they were the ones that owned the site in the first place. So and then
partnership with myself.
They both apologized and said, you know, that it was completely legal and transparent, which is not strictly true, but I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really say anything on that. I don't want to get sued for like libel or anything like that, but you know, it's yeah. So it's basically a case of it was just really dodgy, and you know, the main guy who owns the site, T. Martin, who was one of the two involved, he made a response video to all this drama saying that he made it very public that, you know, it was out there that he owned the site, but he actually had a video which Dawn just mentioned where he basically said, oh, I found this cool site and it's really awesome and we're going to try and get a sponsorship, when in actual fact the whole time he owned it. So he lied to his viewers, and basically
multiple times, and was promoting
his site while doing it, you know, which was really dodgy. And I mean, there's already been an influx of young people nowadays, like gambling and stuff, like using their parents' money and stuff like that, and it's like it was just one thing extra on top of that. Like he was already they were both already promoting to young audiences, because that's what their primary demographic is for those two particular channels, is young viewers.
Do you think now that the YouTube will now look at that and say, well, we've got to have a law or something that these sort of gambling doesn't get shown to kids,
I think,
that are a certain age?
I don't think that's going to happen, and that's simply because these guys are bringing too much money in. You know, they make a lot of ad revenue money off of these guys. Yeah. And, you know, ultimately, it's YouTube's site. It's a private site. They can do what they want. You know, if they want to remove all of the videos, they can. If they don't have to. You know, they're in charge in the end. It's the same with a lot of Twitch streamers are calling for a ban on gambling in general on Twitch as well. It's kind of all-encompassing for that.
Well, what about, like, for Twitch, for example? I know a lot of poker, and poker is very big on Twitch. Do you think maybe instead of having to kind of cover their asses, to go onto the poker page, have sort of like an age rating like you do on other sites?
Well, I mean, yeah, the thing is that's fine, but then I can just click the button saying, yeah, I'm over 18. Yeah. Go. Yeah, done. Carry on. I mean, legally, yes, that would be the thing. And they actually had a clause in their website talking about under 13-year-olds, saying this site is not intended for under 13-year-olds. Like, they specifically had a clause talking about it, which is really freaking dodgy. It's just really dodgy, because it's a gambling site. You shouldn't have that as 13. You should have that as 18 or even 21, you know, in some cases. So the fact they didn't is really, really off-putting for me.
Dodge.
Yeah, basically, it's all dodgy.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact that it's gambling. Like, gambling is involved in a lot of games. Anything to do with luck is essentially gambling. But the fact that they're covering it up and they lied is very, very fishy spelling.
Yeah, it's really unfair to do that, especially to the viewers who were like going to this site thinking it was just a cool one, when in actual fact they were taking money from every pot anyway, because they got 8% from every single pot on the site, so they had an advantage. They were making money off of it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
Something a bit nice.
Next,
anger aside.
Yes. So next up, we're actually going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online. So we have been playing an awful lot of this game recently.
Quite a lot.
As you may know, Dawn streamed it over the last couple of days, and she's just put up a VOD as well of the full 6 hours unedited stream.
Crazy.
I took one break, and that was after the first hour, and then after that I was just like, nah.
I've got to say, it's real fun. You blame me, don't you? So I convinced Dawn to get it on the summer sale because it was so cheap, and she saw the Imperial Edition, and you get a white horse, and she was all over that. That was hers.
All over it.
Yeah. So Yeah, we've been playing a lot of it. So it went on sale in the Steam sale. We talked about it last week. We've been playing since then. I've almost racked up 50 hours, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
But I'm enjoying it, you know? It's been a while since I found a game that really engrosses me that much. I've been playing an assassin, a vampire assassin, which is really cool.
Still jealous.
Oh yeah. Revan's been playing an assassin as well. You're a sorcerer though, so
I'm a sorcerer / assassin. So that's gonna go well. It'll be / sorcerer / vampire / assassin.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and Dawn, you're playing a wood elf archer, correct?
Yeah, because I'm freaking stereotypical. But I really liked archery in Skyrim. Like, it was the only thing I could actually do, and that felt right in first-person mode. So I just thought I'd go for that.
Stealth archery was the only way to play Skyrim. Shh! Don't tell anyone.
It was.
Sure.
It was, but it was good fun. I've been like sinking myself into it. I keep just killing people. Yeah. So I've only been playing the game about a week, and
it's only been a week.
Yeah, I got it last week. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Feels like a lifetime.
It does. It feels like I've been playing it so long.
I was young once.
Yeah. Like I've been getting into. I actually just got the achievement for murdering 100 people.
Oh yeah.
Oh great!
So I've killed 100.
In real life?
No, because that would probably be highly illegal. By probably I mean definitely. But yeah, so I've killed 100 Tamrelians. I'm gonna call them Tamrelians now because it sounds cool.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's happened. Yeah.
I mean, it's. The game itself is really kind of... I stupidly bought it for Xbox One. Which... I know, shut up. And I didn't really like it as much. I don't know if it's because I played a Breton mage or whatever, but
yeah,
I didn't find it as kind of engrossing as I did now, as I have now. I don't know if that's because it's on PC or something. But I found like this, it's very much a single player game, even though it's multiplayer. So
yeah.
You don't need to even talk to anyone.
It feels like a single player game.
It does.
Like, oh wait, there's a guy running past and he's real. Like, you don't have to talk to anyone if you don't want to, at least at lower levels.
Yeah. It's also cool when you're like walking around the town or something just nonchalantly and you see some dude stab an NPC in the back, and they just drop to the floor. And like if you're using the Dark Brotherhood, you get a special ability where you can call the Blade of Woe, which is the famous blade of the Night Mother in the Dark Brotherhood clan, you know. All the games have featured this weapon basically. But you can one-shot NPCs. So you can walk up to a random person in the street, and as long as they're not a guard or a really important person, you can just one-shot kill them, but it's really gruesome and, like, brutal. Yeah, it's so satisfying. But there's a really cool one where you tap on their shoulder from behind them, they turn around, and you stab them in the gut, like Arya style, and you just, like, stab them in the gut a couple of times, and then you like sneak back down and you start looking around to make sure no one's seen you do it, and then you carry on, and it's great. It's so good. But like, it's so much fun.
I'm sure we'll be playing it later.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I'm definitely playing it tomorrow on stream. So.
Oh, on stream. So you guys should go see that because it's going to be awesome. But yeah, so that's a fun thing that we've got.
It's awesome.
Coming up, yeah. So we've been playing a lot of that, and probably will continue playing a lot of that.
Most likely.
Which kind of leads on to our next topic, which is the Black Desert Online update. If you guys haven't seen already, we've had an update for Black Desert Online. They've just announced Valencia Part 1, which is a massive update that they've done, where you get to access the desert now, and we get to, you know, ride on camels, on elephants. We get a new penguin pet, and we get all of this, and it's going to be super freaking cool. And like they've added I think it was 500 new quests as well. And
yes,
it's like
it was.
It's really awesome. So the other good thing, which relates to Dawn, is that she's now going to finally be able to play it.
Finally.
I bought the game I got like one of the higher tier packs as well, and the uni internet blocked it completely. There was no way I could connect to the game, so now I can finally play it after what, like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, because I got it I think it was a couple of weeks after it launched, and I really enjoyed it. But Dawn couldn't play it because it was blocked on the uni internet. Now she doesn't live there. She can play it to her heart's content. So what we're going to do is on Friday, I'm hoping we'll be able to stream Friday evening, all 3 of us, possibly more because I know Ruik plays as well, and hopefully we'll all be able to stream Black Desert with the new content. So because Dawn's never played before, she's going to be like starting out, she's going to be brand new. We're going to take her to the high leveled zone and we're going to watch her die over and over again and it's going to be awesome.
So fun.
So yeah, it's going to be super cool. But yeah, so like many of you will remember that we did streams for Black Desert before, and then we kind of stopped. I had some issues with the game at the time that weren't really fixed, and apparently they've been fixed now. So I'm going to jump back into that. That's on Friday, like I said. But it's going to be really cool because it looks awesome. Plus camels and penguins. I want penguins.
Yes.
Yes.
I want all the penguins. Can I just have a clan of penguins?
Yeah. So you can have up to 3 penguins if you want it. You could have a little party of penguins. If you
Revan's just going to be multi-boxing with 3 penguins on each character. Penguin.
Why not, man? Cool. Why not?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the next part because I do believe in the second part, now this is not confirmed, but in the second part of this update, we may possibly also get the fox pets, which were something that was supposed to be coming out for a while, and we've only heard rumours of when they're coming out, but it's supposed to be in part 2. And I know Zio in the chat is going to be all over that.
He wants it.
He look, he's already said in the chat, fox pets or riot. Yeah. So that's going to be a really cool thing that we get to see. Give it to me. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be super awesome. But yeah, so that's Black Desert. So we're going to be streaming that on Friday, hopefully, if Dawn's not too tired from work, because she's a busy game dev.
Making the games all day long.
She makes the games all day. It's true. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll all go well. But yeah, so that's going to be really cool. So you should watch it because Dawn is a complete noob at Black Desert. She'll get wrecked. Yeah, it's going to be hilarious. It really will.
It really will.
But it's super cool. So if you haven't seen the game, Friday is like a really good time because you'll see both a noob's perspective from Dawn, kindly given to us by the gods, and you can also watch people who've played the game for a long time, so like me, Revan, and Ruik has played more than all of us, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty into it.
But we've all played a lot, so that'll be really cool. So that should be something you come along for. Next on the list is the Minecraft movie.
Oh, yes.
So we have finally got a date for the Minecraft movie, which we were all really looking forward to, right, guys? Yeah? We all wanted that.
Sure.
So the date has been confirmed as, I believe, it is May 24th, 2019.
Right.
So we got a long way to go before it actually comes out.
Me and my kids gonna be watching the Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah. Well, by that point, it's 3 years from now. I'll be like 24. Like, yikes! That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be an old man. So.
Oh my
god! I'll be like nearly 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel old now.
It's gonna be weird.
Thanks.
So that's a thing that's happening, and I know everyone wanted it. So I'm not entirely sure how it's working. I think it's going to be based off of the Minecraft story mode. Because that game series.
Good. Apparently, it was actually half decent. So I have hope. There is hope in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of.
It was really good.
I had some people say it was really nice, and then I had other people say it was kind of sucky, because it included like famous Minecraft YouTubers as well in the game, in some of the episodes. But there was apparently one thing in there where it was like a YouTuber like jumped out before it was released and so they replaced them with a generic person, like a fake YouTuber in the game, which was really weird. So I don't know how that's going to work. No, it's not their fault, but it just felt a bit weird because like you saw all these names that you recognised and then one that was not real.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird.
We
but...
should have been in there, goddammit.
Oh yeah.
What are they doing? Like...
I mean, I used to be a professional Minecraft, YouTuber back in the day. I made all the YouTube videos on Minecraft.
I mean, he was part of Shadow of Isabel, so
I mean. Easy. I don't like to remember. It makes me hurt inside when I remember Shadow of Israel.
Bury the memories.
Yeah, just pretend it doesn't exist and walk
it didn't
on.
Happen.
Yeah, but don't worry, guys, because it's going to be in 3D and IMAX.
Yeah.
Like, just in case you couldn't contain your loins enough.
It might even be really good in 3D because I saw a few cartoon films in 3D, like Shrek, and that was actually really good in 3D because it actually used the 3D properly. Whereas most live action films don't. So
Monsters vs Aliens did a good 3D interpretation as well. Like in the beginning of the film in Monsters vs Aliens, they have a guy with like those ping pong paddles that you bounce back and forth. And it was really cool because the little ball on the end of the string like flung out towards the audience, and it was like, whoa!
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that was really cool. So hopefully it's going to be good. I'm going to go see it most likely. I'll probably hate it because I'm a hipster and I remember when the game was in alpha and stuff like that. But we'll pretend.
You're old.
I am very old when it comes to that.
So where do you think it'll rank with the video game movies then?
Well, it's going to be better than Pixels, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah.
I think possibly more people play Minecraft than Warcraft.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Way more.
Definitely.
And it appeals to like
younger
a young
audiences.
audience as well as an old audience.
Plus, you're going to get parents whose kids want to see it, so they're going to have to buy tickets as well.
Yeah, I want to shut the kids up talking about this.
Yeah, just take them to Minecraft movie and let them be. So I think it will do better than. I don't know. I don't think it will be a better film than Warcraft, but I think it will do better in the box office than Warcraft did. Because the merch. The merch.
The merch. No.
The merch is going to be
the
awful.
Cinema popcorn things, and
square boxes of popcorn with just the Minecraft like grass block.
And it'll be iron as well.
They'll have like foam pickaxes and everything like that. The usual. You end my suffering.
You're gonna have to take little Dawn Jr. to see it.
Oh God, Dawn Jr.
Dawn Jr.
Yikes.
Be like, mommy.
Oh God.
See the Minecraft
Why does
movie?
Dawn
I'll be
Jr. sound like an old lady?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's something you can all look forward to. I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. So the last thing we're really going to talk about is the BioShock collection, which Dawn is like dying over.
She can't wait.
As you can see.
I love BioShock.
It's so good.
Yeah. I only ever played Infinite, and I played it pretty late after it came out. I remember my friend spoiling the game when it first came out, and I was like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how could that be a thing? And then he was just like, keep in mind, this was a guy who spends his free time fishing and is a total lad, but he was my friend and he was all over that game. And I was like, it can't be that good if he's interested in it. He said the same thing about Skyrim, and I didn't really play that. When I did, both games that he mentioned, I ended up playing for hundreds of thousands of hours. So, no, hundreds and thousands, not hundreds of thousands, because I didn't play 100,000 hours of game.
Many hours.
I'm not alive that long.
Not wasted.
Yeah. Used productively, yes.
To enrich one's soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So, so that was pretty cool. So basically, BioShock 1 and 2 are being remastered. I don't know if there is a BioShock 3. Is there a BioShock 3? There is, right?
BioShock 3 is technically Infinite.
Yeah, Infinite.
Okay, right. Yeah, so Infinite isn't getting remastered for PC or console, as far as I remember, because the devs basically said it was at its limitations in the current gen. And it adds a bunch of new features as well, like, new achievements, stuff like that. So, it'll be fun. Like I've certainly got my eyes on it, seeing as I came to the BioShock scene quite late, but I really loved Infinite. Like I've finished that game. There are so few games that I've actually like 100%ed, and BioShock is one of them. BioShock Infinite was one of them.
So will the DLCs be coming with it?
I imagine they will be.
I haven't played 1 or 2, so
I imagine the DLCs will be coming with it, because it wouldn't make sense to do a collection if it doesn't have everything.
Well, I'm buying that then.
Yeah, yeah, and it's good for people who really love achievements and stuff like that. So Zio's just said that there are no DLCs included, so you can scratch that off the list.
Well, I won't be buying it then. No,
but I think that's because BioShock Infinite isn't getting remastered, so they're not adding the DLCs in.
Okay.
Unlike Skyrim Special Edition, which is remastered and they're including all the DLCs. Oh, no new DLCs. Okay, it's no new DLCs. It's all the old ones, but not the new ones.
Oh, that's fine.
That makes more sense. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I really like the storytelling in the BioShock games.
Yeah,
they're really, really nice. So they're good to keep an eye on. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So we actually have a poll for you guys right now. So the poll for this week is, if I just type it up. Well, actually no, this isn't a poll. Ignore me. It's not a poll. So we're going to ask a question in the chat now, and we want to see what you guys think of it, and we'll talk about your answers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the question for this week is, what's your opinion on loot boxes in games and like keys being used to gamble for a potential skin, that sort of thing? So
things where you can buy something and there could be anything.
A chance,
like it could be legendary or it could be crap.
Yeah, like chance-based loot boxes. Like, let us know what you think in the chat, and we'll comment on it, because I personally like it if it's balanced. I don't like them when they're like ridiculous. So like, for instance, in TF2, the chance to get a really super rare unusual hat is like a 0.1% chance per box, right? Which is quite low. Like it's actually reasonably low. But then you have stuff like Overwatch, where it's a lot more common to get the best tier. Like I've unboxed like maybe 100 boxes that I got for free, and I got decent legendaries and stuff like that from Overwatch. So I think it depends on the game personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your guys' opinions on it?
I mean, Zio's saying that he just he doesn't see the point in like having skins I don't know what he's trying to mean, but he doesn't like chance-based loot boxes. Maybe he's thinking about do you buy them up front, the skins up front, or?
Yeah, so Overwatch kind of has that, where you can spend the currency you get from duplicates and things like that, and you can spend that on getting skins.
So it's a mixture of both in Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch I think does it pretty well. In comparison to other games, like in CSGO, you have like a ridiculously low chance of getting a knife or something like that. You generally just get like really like cheap skins you can buy in the market for like 8 pence or something, which means you've already spent more money than you've got out of it.
I prefer working my way up to something and like knowing what my goal's going to be, and then I like it if I see somebody with a skin or an item and I know, ooh, that's a good player because they have that thing, not they just got it by chance in a loot box.
Yeah,
but what I find difficult about Overwatch is like, it could be that they're really skilled and they spent this time playing to get that, or it could just be they got it in their first loot box. So that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
I prefer it being based on skill and time put into the game, but I like the whole mystery thing, like Hearthstone, like the feeling of opening a card back and being like, oh, there could be an epic in here, is really cool. And when you eventually get that feeling, it's really nice, but it's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to assume as well. Like, it
definitely,
as long as it's balanced, it will be okay, in my opinion. So we're glad to see that from you guys as well. All right, so the last part of the show, which is a very special thing, we're doing a giveaway for the forest. So if you are interested in entering this giveaway, please make sure you type in the chat to let us know you're active. and we'll draw the winner. Anyone can win, so it's all good. Just type in the chat if you want to win, and you can get the forest. So
many good memories of the forest. Oh my god.
Yeah, you've actually played it a lot, haven't you?
I played it back when it was like in very, very early development, so it was glitchy as hell, but it just made the whole game hilarious. Like there was some really funny bugs. I remember I was playing with Winterzan, if anyone remembers her. She's quite new now, but she was cool, and she got a bug where she couldn't stop spinning in circles. So she was crouched and she was spinning in circles holding an axe, and like we both just couldn't stop laughing. And
I see.
There's some clips on YouTube where we've just put some funny music over it and said she looks like a ballerina. It was great.
Wow.
It was great fun.
Professional ballerinas.
And you have to catch rabbits and cook them on fires and things, and everything bugs out as you're trying to slap it. So
wow.
I think they've fixed it all now, but
I've not played it, but it's a survival game, right?
Yes. So you have to find shelter and food, and then eventually you can start making technology. So you can make walkie-talkies as well, and it's cool because the further away you get from your friends, the less clear the walkie-talkie gets and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
You can build houses, tree houses, log cabins, all sorts, and hunt animals.
I see. So would you say it's like a bit like Rust, along those lines?
I haven't played Rust myself, but from what I understand of it, it's very much kind of a survival game. Get the resources you need to stay alive.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Time to draw the winners then. Now that we've had our little discussion. So I'm going to draw the winners. Just to double check, if you want to enter, all you have to do is type something in the chat, just so I know you're here, and I will draw the winner. So I will draw in a couple of seconds. First off, I'm going to thank everyone for coming along. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode. We always enjoy doing this as something on the side. It's nice to do something in the middle of the week and just talk about stuff we like. So thanks for coming along. If you want to support us, we have t-shirts that you can get. That's shop.spreadshirt.com/Ashen Gaming, and you should find the Clueless Collective t-shirt, which Dawn is modelling for you right now. So that's our logo on a t-shirt. So please do follow if you're interested in seeing this. We do it every Wednesday, 7:30 BST, which is British time, and we do it every week, or at least we try to do it every week. And so the winner for the giveaway is Crazy Nerdy Gaming. Congratulations. So you win a code for the forest. We have more games to give away so we're going to be giving away a game every week on the podcast, thanks to Zio, who kindly provides us some keys to give away. So you're going to get a free copy of the forest. Next week we're going to be giving away one game. I can't remember what it is. Sibel. So I don't know what that is, but it's probably nice. So I'll be giving that away next week. Hopefully you all had fun. If you have anything you want to discuss about the episode that we did today, this is going up on YouTube as well. So we can talk about that there. So our channel is Clueless Collective on YouTube. If you want to find us, just type in Clueless Collective in the top and you should be able to find us there. Or if you can't, the link is going to be in the chat for the channel. So thanks for coming along. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys!
Bye.